It's been almost 2 years since its release, and given the success of Need for Speed Heat, is the newest installment just as good or did it completely flop? What's up everyone and welcome to a new video. My name is Omar with Real Gamer Review, and today we are reviewing Need for Speed Unbound almost 2 years after being released. Without further ado, let's get right into it. After the golden era of Need for Speed Underground, Most Wanted, and Carbon, the series had some rough patches, with several games falling short in quality and some even turning into a big commercial flops. But I think the Need for Speed series started making a comeback with 2015 reboot just called Need for Speed. Since then, although there have been some ups and downs, the few releases that followed managed to keep a decent level of quality. When I first saw the trailer for the latest Need for Speed installment, I was pretty skeptical. But once I got my hands on it, my opinion shifted a bit. So today I'm diving into a detailed review of Need for Speed Unbound. I'll try to break down everything about the game, hoping it helps you decide whether to buy it or not. Need for Speed Unbound is a racing game from 2022 made by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts. It came out on December 2nd, 2022 for PlayStation 5, Windows and Xbox Series X and S. This is the 25th game in the Need for Speed series, following 2019's Heat. It's also the first one Criterion has fully developed since 2013's Rivals, which they worked on with Ghost Games, and their first leading the series since 2012's Most Wanted. Unbound features an art style that merges artistic elements like cel shading and graffiti art with the more realistic art style of other Need for Speed games. The game takes place in the fictional Lakeshore City, which is inspired by Chicago, Illinois. The game's story revolves around an aspiring street racer and his friend Diaz, who wants to make it big in the underground scene. You start off with a junker car that you fix up in your mechanic shop, and then you got involved in some shady business with a mysterious contact who offers you some lucrative jobs. Along the way, you'll encounter different crews, cops, and rivals, and you'll have to prove yourself in various races and challenges. You'll also have to deal with some betrayal, drama, and twists as you try to win the ultimate prize, the Grand, a massive street race where anything goes. The game's story is not groundbreaking, but it's entertaining enough to keep you hooked. The characters are well voiced and have some personality, even if they are a bit cliched. The dialogue is sometimes cheesy, but it fits the tone of the game. The cutscenes are well made and add some flair to the story. The game also lets you choose between male or female protagonists, and you can customize your character's appearance, outfits, and voice. The story is not very long, but it has some replay value as you can make some different choices and outcomes. All in all, Need for Speed Unbound delivers a decent story mode that both longtime fans and new players might enjoy. It's not the most unique or in-depth narrative, but it's fun and has some action to it. So if you want an exciting racing game with a decent plot, this one might be for you. The game has a day and night cycle, but it's not dynamic. It's kind of like Heat, where going into the garage switches between day and night. However, you can't pick, it just follows an order, alternating every day in the game. Car customization is back with features similar to Need for Speed Heat. You can tweak almost every part of your car's appearance and even change some driving effects like smoke. The upgrade system from Heat returns, letting you enhance car parts for better performance. You can even swap out the engine or set your car up for more grip or drift handling. Plus, there are auxiliary upgrades to help you dodge and escape the cops. Unlike other racing games that boast a list of over 500 cars, this one started out with a more humble selection of 143 cars. Since its release, they've added some new cars through updates and patches, bringing the total to around 152. It may not have many cars as some other games, but it's still a pretty decent lineup covering all the popular and well-loved manufacturers that racing fans appreciate. Like most Need for Speed games, you begin with the most basic car and you work your way up by advancing through the story and winning races. You join races by driving out of your garage to meet up spots, where you can see the available races that matches your car's tier. You'll also see a list of cars that you can use for these races and check out your rivals. Before starting, you can even place a bet with a rival for some extra cash. The game features circuit races, sprint races, time trials, and drift challenges. You'll also find occasional side missions where you have to deliver cars within a certain limit popping up on the map now and then. The latest update introduced a new mode where you get to play as cops, chase down other players, and advance in your cop career. The only downside is that it's exclusive to the online part of the game. The vibe of this new career mode feels a lot like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and even the update's image looks pretty similar. Honestly, I think this mode is kind of dull, and the career path isn't that exciting. It would have been way better if they had included it in the offline single-player part of the game with real career progression. Hey, if you're enjoying this review so far, why not drop a like and a subscribe? It helps me out a lot and you'll get more awesome content like this. You can also spread the word to your racing buddies. Thanks for the love and support. Now let's get back to the review and see what else Need for Speed Unbound has to offer. Need for Speed Unbound's graphics are amazing and super lifelike, especially the cars and cityscape. Every car looks glossy and slick, which is really cool when you're speeding through the streets with the sun glinting off your windshield. The crash scenes are cool with sparks, debris, and smoke going all over the place. It's kind of like Burnout Paradise. The game developers also did a great job with the weather effects, like rain, which totally changes how the city looks and how driving feels. The game visuals are crisp and smooth, featuring realistic shadows, reflections, and textures. You can really see the details on every car model, from the logos to the scratches and dents. One of the coolest things about Need for Speed Unbound is how the game transitions between day and night, changing the lighting and the mode of the races. You'll notice the difference in the city's atmosphere, from bright and busy daytime to the dark and neon-lit nighttime. Need for Speed Unbound transports you to a vibrant and thrilling world of street racing. This footage was recorded on a PS5. On the PS5, the game uses dynamic resolution ranging from 4K at its best to about 1600p at its lowest, all capped at 60 frames per second. The game also looks fantastic on the Xbox Series X with nearly the same visual quality, but PC still offers the best visuals. At the end of the day, whichever console you prefer, this game delivers amazing visuals. When it comes to the music and audio, I think the developers made a decent job. The visuals and the gameplay are complemented by a chosen list of rocking soundtracks that pumps you up for the races and chases. The audio effects in Need for Speed Unbound are decent, enhancing the game's realism and excitement. The sound of revving engines, screeching tires, police sirens, and collisions are loud and clear. Overall, it's a good performance. The voice acting in the game is decent, but nothing too memorable. The main character has some witty lines and banter with his crew and rivals, but nothing that really stands out. The background noises on different city parts, from crowd screaming to traffic horns and helicopters, make the atmosphere feel lively and dynamic. As always, I'll leave you with a few clips so you can check out the audio and soundtracks yourself. Alright, let me wrap this up for you. I've been playing this game for a while and I gotta say it's kind of fun. It's not like it's anything new though. It's pretty much the same as Need for Speed Heat, but with some minor changes. But hey, if you like street racing games, you should give this one a shot. It's still a good game and you might have a blast playing it. Okay, that's it for this review. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked and enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.